Because what a man sow, he will reap. So he's going to find a way to make sure that he judges you with it. Mercy reverses the law of adverse. We sowed sin, but we reap life. Because Christ was sown for us. Let me tell you a story. Something you may not know. And I said this because, I've heard Baba say it himself. When the likes of Bishop Adeboye were already doing ministry and all that, Pastor Adeboye was here to be born again. You go and quote me anywhere. All right? He came quite late. The rest, all those men started around their teenage years. He was already married before he gave his life to Christ. He was married before he even got into ministry and started learning and started doing all those things. What I'm saying with this God, you can never write off a man and say that, how old are you that you already feel you are too late? Are you in your 90s? Moses started ministry at 80. He tried to start at 40, it failed. 40 years of silence. And God never said, I've changed my mind. 40 years, sir. 40 years of silence. I showed you the story of Catherine Kuhlman. They brought a guest minister to minister in their church, and she fell in love with the guest minister and ran away with him for years. I can't remember, about 12 years. Okay, will you look at that kind of person and say God will never use one? Or will you call her prostitute, useless woman? But this was God rewriting her story. The Kuhlman we read about, the same path, God was saying it will still be you. Adversities rise, the devil rise, get to the courtroom of heaven. This. It can no longer be her, because according to your word, he that breaks the head, the serpent will strike. Jesus said, listen to this. There is a blood that speaks better things than the blood of Abel. If only you know the number of accusations that have risen against you and the victories you won without even appealing. It doesn't matter how skillful your lawyers are, they can only appeal in the court of the earth. But we have an advocate who stands in the court of heaven. She has aborted, so she has no right to give birth to children again. Who is it that says it when God has not spoken? You must understand that. This is the nature of God. Please be seated. Oh, I came late. I've wasted the most important time of my life. Nothing can become of me again. You are just about to start. You are just about to start. I shared with you the story of that woman that was met at the well of Samaria. She has had 5 husbands. You can't sit down in husband's house. Look at her. Useless woman. Mad woman. Bad enough. Then Jesus went to that same woman, and she was the first person that he revealed himself to as the Messiah. Show me that scripture. Matthew 5 verse 3, Message translation. Matthew 5 verse 3, Message translation. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Look at it. Can you give me Message translation? Oh Lord. There's this song coming to my spirit. Blessed are you, oh Lord, my God. We are part of those that used to hum songs. You will know the day we try to sing it.
Eternity's only King. Blessed are you, O Lord, our God, whose words brings forth the evening. Baraku Adonai, Hallelujah, Be'olam Ba'ed. Baraku Adonai, Hallelujah, Be'olam Ba'ed.
2 more times.
Baraku Adonai, Arevora, Me'olam Ba'ed. Baraku Adonai Aregura Eolabae.
Thank you, Father. And one day, the same Jacob stood and he said, "Gather yourselves, you sons of Jacob, for me to tell you what will befall you on the last days." Genesis 49. He couldn't wait. He was very angry. And he called one of his boys. He said, "Reuben, step forward." And he looked at him. He said, "Reuben, you are my son, my firstborn, the beginning of my might, the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel." What will you say when you hear this? The end of Reuben is finished now. The first has become the last. And he gave his reason. So he was a lawful captive. That is, there's a reason for this curse upon you. But we saw later, give me that same scripture. Deuteronomy, I think 33. And Moses, the servant of God, came. And he looked for that same Reuben. He searched him out. They become so scanty. And he searched him out from the tribe of Israel. And he said, "Reuben, let Reuben live and not die. Let not his men be few." God always allows his mercy to appeal all these cases. And we were shocked when Reuben began to make excuses with Moses. We don't want to go to war. And Moses said, "Reuben shall go first. Come back to your rightful position. Take it back. Take it back." Your inability to forgive yourself is keeping you in prison. It is not the judgment of God. You didn't know God. And that's why you thought it was his judgment. I'm saying there is nothing under the umbrella sin that his blood did not take care of. There is nothing under the umbrella sin that his blood did not take care of. And when you encounter, we cannot save the world with the current message we are preaching. They don't hate our Jesus. Our message is scare them. The God that we project looks like a God that will find a way to judge you. Because what a man sow. So he's going to find a way to make sure that he judges you with it. Mercy reverses the law of others. We sowed sin, but we reap life. Because Christ was sown for us. Lift your hands, everyone. Say, "I'm not condemned." Say, "I'm not finished. It is not over." Say it again, "It is not over." Say it again, "It is not over."